Okay, here we go. Time for our embodiment, connection, and warm up for key number 5, our throat chakra, the thing that works for us tirelessly all day, never asking for anything more. In fact, if you're somebody who maybe gets sick a lot, has a lot of sore throats or a lump in your throat, there may be some things here for you to move on that embodiment level with the throat. When we feel ourselves choke up, hold back, not be able to express ourselves, the throat chakra is the key. So let's really just start by connecting with this part of our body. So just rubbing your hands over your neck, maybe around where it meets your chest and your shoulders, and really just feeling what sort of relationship do you have and do you feel when you start to connect with this part of your body. Breathing in, sighing out, even and especially let's come into our jaw. Start to making some noises, allowing your sound to start to come through. Just give it that welcome. And pulling your ears. The vagus nerve can be massively accessed through our ears. Just giving your ears a little stretch. What feels good to you? There are some points you'll see in the resources that are particularly powerful for triggering the vagus nerve, but in general, just by rubbing them, loosening them, letting them go, and getting your jaw moving, feeling your spine coming online, making a few of these noises. Do that one more time with me. Just letting your jaw move as you let that sound and that sigh out. And of course, we couldn't do any throat chakra releasing without our tongue. So we're going to extend the tongue as if it was that elongation of our spine all the way out and letting the sound out. And just feel how good that is. Now, of course, if you have trauma or memories trapped into different parts of our body, for some of us that is the jaw and the tongue and the throat area, you may need to do a little bit of gentle work with this part of you, really just listening, remembering how to come back to center, the things we did in key 1, knowing how to be in our center, to hold space for ourselves. Breathing in again, letting that tongue all the way out. Really feeling as if you're just nestling into what feels nice and aligned for your body. Now, they'll tell pregnant women if they are getting close to birth or in the middle of birth to do some jaw loosening exercises. Our hips, our pelvic floor, and our jaw are related and connected. You'll see a lot of this stuff talked about in key 2. You see some resources here as a little reminder of this connection. So now coming into this connection, I want you to just feel your pelvic floor, feel your hips, and just allow a little bit of rotation and rocking. And just starting to feel also what is it like to just breathe in and move this jaw energy. And invite a little bit of that. So your high notes, I want you to explore your high notes instead of going. Usually people will widen their mouth and it gets tight. And they pressurize and squeeze the muscles. What we want to do is loosen them. So we're going to experiment with really allowing those sighs out, even those potentially harder high notes that you have to hit. And you're going to allow them to come out with our jaw, feeling this elongated. If there's any crunching in there, just go in there and give it a little rub. Noticing if you do have tension in your jaw, if you've been biting, there's lots of meaning to where in our body we hold tension and energy. So just as you do any of these exercises, if you do notice things that come up, give yourself the space to go deeper. Give yourself space to put on some music, to go into those places with yourself and listen. A big part of throat chakra energy is about giving voice to the voiceless. And every part of our body is often not given the voice that it maybe deserves and needs. So as we're coming into the embodiment of our throat chakra, how does the different parts of your body feel? And how can you give voice to them? So I just want you again to just letting out your sighs, and you're going to be letting the sound come through, and you're going to feel like you are an elongated point in the middle of your head, like a triangle, and you're long, not wide with your sound, not wide, long with your sound. See if you can just moving your jaw. And if you want to, what happens if you do go a little bit side to side with your jaw? What is in there? What needs your attention? So coming into our so you should feel that openness in your pelvic floor. I just want you to breathe that in your breath from there. Bring up that pelvic floor. And just allowing yourself now for the last bit of this exercise to really explore the sounds of feeling good, like we did in Key 2. And also feeling expression. So for you, this might be fierceness or grief or anything that's showing up. Maybe you're defiant, maybe you're angry at the world, maybe you're feeling ecstatic, maybe you want to give yourself more permission to let abundance in, to receive. So whatever is this emotion that you're feeling coming up, I want you to feel it in your body. And then you're going to allow yourself to gently guide it out, however it wants. If it's soft, if it's wild, just trust the process. You're allowing yourself to continue pulsing. This is going to help us later on with this key with playing with vibrato. So, a few more pulses, a few more sighs, a few more loosenings of your sound with your jaw. Trusting what wants to come through. You should feel that primal animal energy, but you should also feel a sense of permission, more of a permission to speak your truth. That it's okay to express, to be heard, to put yourself out there. In fact, for this key and this exercise now, I want you to feel and think of something that is alive in your world right now that you want to speak forward or speak into. So it could be somebody that you need to express something to, that it's hard. It could be something that you've been wanting to say to somebody. It could be something that you feel about what's going on in the world. It could be something that you just want to celebrate. So just allowing yourself to feel now, tuning into that idea or that thing that you want to express, just tuning into it. If you want to hold yourself, find where it is in your body. Is it in the throat? And as you tune into it, just really feel that in the body. I want you to start allowing yourself to speak out, speak it forward, put it out into the world. Just gibberish. I proclaim, I this, I need you to hear me, I want to, just expressing, allowing yourself to practice giving yourself permission to say the thing that needs to be said. Go. And once you feel complete with that you've said all you need to say, I want you to just have a moment to feel safety in your body again, that it's okay, you haven't died, you expressed what you need to express, you're safe still. Just feel that moment of what it feels like to be safe in your own body, and teach yourself that it's okay to speak your truth. Show your body and code yourselves that speaking truth is safe and speaking truth is imperative. And yes, we do need to know when to speak up and when to hold back, and sometimes it's better not to fight the battles we don't need to. But there's too many times in our life where it's easy to just walk away and leave it, and that can be a missed opportunity. And it also means that we can swallow our words, swallow back and hide who we are, and then we become a shrunken version of ourselves. So knowing when it's important to speak up and to be heard and to be in our truth is a feeling we'll get where it's like, you know what, I need to do this. So practicing just saying it to ourselves in the mirror or just out loud, and then giving ourselves, wrapping ourselves up in that safety afterwards to remind our body that it's okay is really good, really important. You may even wish to do this exercise to a loved one who's already passed away. Speak to them, tell them what you need to say, and just notice how it feels in your body when you say what you really need to say. Maybe it's a parent who's still living, or a best friend, or an old lover. It's okay to just practice speaking it into the ether, and just noticing that our energy shifts and changes when we've said it out loud, when we've actually expressed it and we've gotten it off our chest, spoken it out and let it free. Sometimes just by changing our own vibration around the energy and feeling like we've lifted that off our chest can actually change the entire frequency with you and that person. And even if they've passed away, or even if you don't see them anymore, you will notice that if you do see these people and you change that frequency within yourself, then that dynamic and that energy between you and them will shift rapidly. We've heard many stories of people when they do this exercise of just being able to say what they need to say and then shifting their vibration around something and sending love now and being able to give it that space. The relationships with those people completely transforming. Even after 20 years of never changing, suddenly everything's different. So don't be afraid to let yourself actually hear your own words, to speak your own truth, and to understand the power of that. Sometimes it's just important to be heard, even if it's just us hearing it. Yes, it's great if you've got a great friend, or you can practice saying it on them, or even recording it, and just knowing that those words haven't gone unheard, that even in the ether, in the great beyond, it's being picked up somewhere, and now you get to shift your energy around that, and that's a gift to yourself, that's medicine to yourself. So thank your throat chakra for the power of transformation, because when we put word into the world, when we make it so, when we speak it out, that is magic. We are actually creating a chemical reaction into the atmosphere with not just holding it back, but making it true, making it real, putting it into reality. When we hold it inside, it is just a feeling and a thought. When we put it out into the world, suddenly it's real, and we get to choose where to go from there. Good luck. This is a powerful exercise. Really take it seriously. You got this.